Pascal. You are now rocking with that dude Pascal. We be going wild, Haitian in the building, so original. Got the haters catching feelings. Get your hands up to the ceiling and keep them held high, cause St. Louis isn't ready. Forget about it, goodbye. Hold up, we just saying hi. Five somebody, rise up. Weekdays, catch us live, somebody. Let's go.
Good evening, good morning, and good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to the Pascal Show. Hope you guys are all doing well out there, enjoying your Friday. Hopefully it's been amazing and wonderful. Hopefully it's been somewhat relaxing and all that. For me, it's been an active one. I don't know if you saw my recent short, but I just put out a video. It was very exciting stuff, in my personal opinion. Crossed a milestone for my own personal self, and I was very, very proud of myself this morning. So I decided to share it with you guys in a shorts, which was a lot of fun, you know. But, well, I got something for you guys that's a little bit light. It's very light. I mean, you know, it's not like something about it's not really any doom and gloom. It's not like the world is coming to an end. It's not like someone's gone missing. It's not a true crime or anything, but it is something that's starting to percolate out here in these streets. And I figured you guys want to be some of the first to know what's going on out here. And it revolves around Miss USA. I don't know. I've covered Miss USA before, but I covered it over one of their winners last year that of course took their own life and all that. And of course we will tap on that a little bit later on in this show, because may she rest in peace. But there's been a lot of things that have been revolving around this, and it's starting to make waves now. Hence the reason why I was like, I know a lot. Let me just say this real quick. Let me kill this music really quick, fellas. Before you come at me, hold up, okay? I'm here to tell the news. I'm here to tell the controversies, and this just happens to be one about a beauty pageant by the name of Miss USA. So don't get at me, because it is scandalous, and the accusations are real, and it's getting crazy out here. So just so you know, before you jump down me throat, be kind, okay? I'm just playing. Anyway, get that music back on. We got to talk about this. It's very interesting. Obviously, you wouldn't see me compete in something like this, but for those ladies out here, those hopefuls, those girls out there that would hope to be crowned Miss USA, I don't know, maybe you might want to drag your feet before you jump into something like this, because there's some allegations. There's some serious allegations of the whole pageant being rigged. Killing the music again. Yes, I said it. There are allegations of this past pageant being 110% rigged. I'm gonna put the music back on to let that sink into your bones, get down to your plums. Okay, so we got to talk about this. All right, and it's Friday, so why not make it a light one, right? Not something so doom and gloom. I've been covering so many sad things. I'm like, you know what? I need to talk about something a little bit lighter. It still sucks. Still tragic. Still terrible. Still scandalous. Still wrong, if this is true. But it is a little bit lighter, don't you think? Okay, so before we get into everything, please do me a favor. Hit that like button down below. Send it past 100 likes. Shoot, send it past 200 likes. I know you guys are starting to file in. Okay, as you guys start to file in, hit that like button down below. Send those likes all the way up, because like I said, this is a story of a lovely lady. No, this is a story of that's going to make national news very, very soon, if it hasn't happened already. So I saw this. I said, we got to talk about this. I'd like to be one of the first, one of the few that are getting out in front of this ahead of time, because the allegations are real, and what you see is going to be very interesting here in just a second. So please hit that like button down below. Send the likes all the way up. Do not forget, if you haven't done this yet and you're watching this show for the very first time, welcome to the Pascal Show. Hello. Happy Friday to every single last one of y'all. And those you guys watching from other corners of the world, happy Saturday morning. I think. Hopefully your Friday was amazing as well. Anyway, subscribe. I talk about everything on this show. Everything from politics, pop culture, true crime, unsolved, you name it, everything. Okay, so please hit that subscribe button. It'd be great to have you part of the Pascal Show family. Anyway, we got to get into this story. This is interesting. Like I said, it's light, it's different. It's not something that you get every day. I could have talked about Kanye, but I decided I'm gonna take a break on that for a little bit. His interview with Tucker Carlson was very interesting. I'll say that, to say the least, was a very interesting thing. Okay. But I saw this and it caught my eye, and I was like, you know what? We need to talk about this. We need to discuss the things that are going on here. So just so that you guys know, there has been a winner that was crowned, okay? And it was Miss Texas. Her name is Arbany Gabriel, I'm sorry. Arbany Gabriel, okay? She is Miss Texas. She was named Miss USA of 2022. Now, obviously, this is a very big deal for all of these beautiful young women, beautiful hopefuls of becoming crowned Miss USA. It's a huge accolade. It's a huge award to obtain, okay? And there's a moment here that I'm going to show you. And the funny thing is I got to show it to you through a TikTok because it's very, very strange, because I can't really show it to you like in the actual video, because one thing that they did, the Miss USA pageant producers and the people, they were real crafty and they cut around a lot of stuff. Okay. But there was a woman, I'm going to show you, or there's this now new crowned Miss USA by the name of Arbany Gabriel. All right. I'm just going to show you this screen. Okay. Now, this is Arbany right here. Okay. She just won. But there's a lot of people that are stepping out, sitting here saying something not right. I don't agree with this. And this whole thing was rigged. Now, I sit here and I'm going, this is very interesting. I'm curious. Okay. I'm curious. Why would any people think that this is a rigged thing? Well, what's interesting is there's a lot of stuff. Obviously, there's been a lot of controversies, a lot of stories of SA, etc. Just a lot of things circulating around Miss USA. I mean, everything from Steve Harvey calling out the wrong name to just accusations of things behind the scenes of certain people like CEOs being extremely crude and rude, and in specific emails and such and so on and so forth. Just very, very bad things. A lot of negativity that has been circulating around Miss USA. But then this particular event happens, and what's wild is they crown Arbany Miss USA. And I'm going to show you one version. The one version that I have is not the greatest, and I can't really show you full screen of this, unfortunately, but I can give you just a little bit, okay? Like just the tip, okay? And I can't play any of the sound, but I can show you in a smaller screen what I'm talking about here, okay? So we are going to take a look at what they showed on screen. But apparently there's another view, or there's another version of this moment of her being crowned that shows something completely different, which I'll get here in a second. But look at the face of Arbany when they make the announcement that she's won. It is very strange. Take a look at this. Of course, again, no sound, so take a look at this. There's Albany to the right. Okay. So it's like second runner up on the left, and then Miss USA on the right of your screen. And just take a look how she reacts. It's a little strange. Still happy, of course. Very, very happy. Okay, understandably, this is a huge moment in her life. This is a huge moment in her life. Okay, huge moment in her life. But I have seen other people win, like, Miss America. You know what I'm saying? Or Miss Universe or whatever the heck they are. I've seen the moments when they've won. We've seen Miss USA win. Let's see. What's her name? Vanessa. I got Vanessa Bryan in my head. What's her name? What's her name? One of the first Black Miss USAs ever to be crowned. Why am I forgetting her name? Help me out, somebody. Vanessa Williams. Thank you, Zozo Bob. Zozo Bob from downtown. Okay, you can go save the best for last. Okay, you have Vanessa Williams. Okay, remember when she won? I mean, I'm not saying remember because you know what I'm saying. That's a long ass time ago. But I'm just saying, when you see Miss USA actually win, because it's huge. This puts you out on the map. I mean, allegedly, this is what you hope it would do, right? Thank you, Williams. Thank you so much, guys. Vanessa Williams, okay? Beautiful voice, beautiful woman, right? Great actress, very talented woman, okay? When she won, and many other women have won this huge accolade. What usually happens? Mascara running, they're leaking all over the place. You know what I'm saying? Oh, and yes, Zozo Bob, she can sing. She can sing. That's why I just sang the save the best for last. Come on, man. It's amazing. Okay? But let me get to this, right? Every single time you've ever seen them go, Miss Joanna Smith, right? It's and then the everything that they've worked for on making them look so pretty, all that Botox, all the filler just gets destroyed. All the makeup destroyed because their face is contorting. They're crying. They're snotting up. They're having convulsions. The ugly cry. I can't believe. You know what I'm saying? Pure, unadulterated joy. Absolute joy. But then you see her and it's kind of like, yeah, I'm good at this stuff. I already knew I was going to win. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? That's kind of the feel I'm getting from this. It's kind of like, sure, I'll take it. Yeah, just give me the crown. It's cool. Yes, I'm so excited. Yes, I'm so pretty. I'm so pretty. So excited. Like, it just seems a little, you know what I'm saying? A little fake. Just a little fake. Okay? Yes. Exactly, Blackjack. The melted Barbie face. You know what I mean? He's like, you know what I'm saying? Full on guttural cries coming straight from their ovarian region. I mean, seriously. It's deep. Okay? Deep. The cries. But then you see her. I'm going to roll that back a little bit so you guys can see it one more again. It's very like, oh, yeah, I knew I was so good at this. Yes. Like, it's weird, man. It's weird, in my personal opinion. Okay? Hold up. This thing tripping. Come on, dag nabbit. Maybe I went back too far. There we go. All right. So, as you can see, she's like, I already know I'm going to win. That's the feel that I'm seeing. That's the feels that I feel in my gut. Okay? And I feel like that's what a lot of people are feeling as well. So as soon as she wins, she's like, yes, I knew I was going to win. Duh. Oh my God, I gotta be a little excited because her dream is still coming true. It's still happening. There is still that moment of going, is it really going to happen or no? You know what I'm saying? There's still that too, right? And then it does happen, and it's like, oh my God, this really actually happened. This whole plan went off without a hitch. Fantastic, right? But then again, I will say on the other side of the fence, just to keep it even, okay? Because that this is why a lot of the contestants are looking at this and going, this is sus. But I'm about to show you something else here in a second, okay? Because the contestants felt some type of way about this a while ago, way before she got the crown. So we're going to look at that in just a minute, okay? But on the other side of things, when it comes to this, okay, you can literally look at this and maybe say, this is someone who might be very stoic. This is somebody who might be very quiet and very introverted with their emotions, that maybe they don't cry. Maybe there's somebody, when you show up to the funeral, they ain't the ones that are leaking. They ain't the ones that are crying at all. They're not doing the guttural cry. They're just sitting there, quiet, emotionless, expressionless, deadpan, just there. And that's how they deal with emotions. That could be it too, just out of saying it on the other side of the fence. But I'm kind of leaning on the other side that I already said earlier. Okay? This is one of the biggest moments of every girl's life. Some of these women that compete have been competing in pageants all of their lives. All of their lives. In hopes to be this person. In hopes to grab that crown and have that moment. And being called Miss USA. Okay? But at the same time, contestants are now challenging this situation. And you may ask why. Well, I'm going to show you this still right here, and I'm going to show you from a TikToker, or someone put some stuff up on TikTok. Some contestants have spoken out, stepped forward, and posted certain things on TikTok. We're going to be looking at a bunch of TikToks today, guys. But notice this. I'm going to make it a little bit bigger so you guys can see it. Okay? Notice this right here. Don't it look a little empty to you? I'm just talking about like right here. You know what I'm saying? Where all the stairs are. Usually they have a bunch of the contestants standing throughout this entire thing. Where they at, though? Where they at? Don't worry, we're going to get into that here very, very shortly. Okay? So, uno momento, por favor. So let's go back over to this article here real quick. Miss USA 2022 contestants claimed the pageant was rigged, and here's what's going down. Okay? I've been watching the pageant since I was a kid. Never seen this at the crowning. Very strange. Now, Miss USA most recent crowning of Miss Texas Albany Gabriel is under the spotlight after several social media posts claiming the results were rigged. TikTok user Jazz, call me Jazz0, posted a series of videos saying something was off with last Monday's beauty contest. Let me blow this up a little bit so you guys can see that. Alleging the reaction of the other contestants to Gabriel's crowning wasn't common. Now, I'm telling you right now, it is not common. I've seen the ultimate. It's not like the Miss USA is not a show. I just sit down and go, oh, I wonder who's going to win with popcorn. No. Usually you see like on Twitter or social media, like the new crowned new Miss USA 2021. Give it up for how beautiful. You know what I mean? And that's usually how it goes. And she cries. And then you go, oh my God, Joanne Smith, congratulations from Arkansas. And you move the F on, right? You move the heck on. You kick rocks. And then the new year comes up, and then you get another person. So this one is very interesting. So she says, I've been in pageantry for a little over 10 years now. I've seen all kinds of crowning moments. I've been a part of crowning moments, but something about this one was a little bit off for me, said the user in a part 1 video of the series. We're going to look at that video here in just a second. Let's take a look, shall we? Wait, hold up. Come on. Where are you? Oh.
A new Miss USA 2022 was crowned. Okay, let's talk about it. Yesterday, a new Miss USA 2022 was crowned, but something really stuck out to me whenever I was watching her crowning moment. Texas USA Albany was crowned. Beautiful girl, fashion designer, but something stood out to me during her crowning moment.
Take a look.
I have been in pageantry for a little over 10 years now. I've seen all kinds of crowning moments. I've been a part of crowning moments, but something about this one was a little bit off to me.
Take a look.
And I'm going to kind of show you some examples of crowning moments that you feel and you know that the girls behind that were not crowned really wanted her to win or really respected and appreciate her winning moment. So let's see. But first, the general public might not know this, but as a pageant girl and any other pageant girls can agree, whenever someone wins, the first thing you do is watch to see how the girls behind react. And then you'll know. Okay, look. All the girls behind are still there. She turns around.
Still there.
They sprint to her, hugging her. Okay.
So that's part 1.
Let's talk about it.
Thanks so much for all that lead up. For nothing. Hold on. We gonna get to this. Where is okay, here is part 2.
Okay, part 2 of how Miss USA 2022.
I hate when they do this. TikTok needs to get their stuff on point. I'm just being real. Okay? I'm just being real. Get there.
Okay, part 2 of how Miss USA 2022's crowning moment was a little bit off. Something was just a little bit sketch about it. Okay, another example. Girls are still on stage. She turns around.
Everybody there.
Girls come and hug her and congratulate her. You can see right here. They're still on stage, coming to hug her. And even again, Teen USA 22's crowning moment. Girls stayed on stage, ran and hugged her, and you can tell that they're excited. Now let's take a look at Miss USA's 2022 crowning moment in comparison to all of those ones that we just saw.
Let's go.
Okay. In this moment on the TV show, girls were starting to exit the stage. Contestants were starting to exit the stage. You can see them starting to walk off. She turns around. Girls are leaving the stage. No one comes and hugs her but the host. Okay, part 2 of how Miss USA 2020.
It's very interesting.
Decorate a tiny cake with me.
Hold on.
Decorate a tiny cake with me.
Shut up. Shut it. Okay. So that's very interesting, right?
Like I said, before she even got halfway down the runway.
All right.
Like I said, before she even got halfway down the runway after her crowning moment, contestants behind her were exiting the stage. Any pageant you've ever been in, the production manager tells you, you stay on stage until like she's done. Like you stand there and you clap. In the background, I think girls were literally clapping like this. And like I said, they started to exit the stage before she even turned around for her congratulatory hug from other contestants. Let's go back and kind of see it again. Okay, right here. You look in the background, they pan. Girls are walking off the stage. Like you can see them exiting the stage.
I mean, they are all starting to kick rocks. You see what I'm saying? Like something about this is weird because, you know, is this just them being petty? Because I mean, I've always seen the end result like what she just showed a second ago, like what Jazz on her TikTok has shown many other times before. I've seen that where they all come together and they're hugging each other and they're jumping up and down together. Oh my God. You know what I mean? I'm so jealous, but happy for you. You know what I'm saying? I wish it was me, but I'm happy. She worked so hard. So why is this one so damn different? James ML, they literally kick rocks. They walked out the door. That is weird. That is extremely weird. Why did they kick rocks like that? This is the reason why I'm bringing up this story. Because like I said, it is starting to make its rounds. I'm sure it'll eventually become some sort of national news because there are actual contestants, girls that were actually on the stage that have stepped forward and are accusing Miss USA, the Miss USA pageant, to have rigged this entire thing. And it does come to make you wonder. Now, this is all alleged. Let me just say that, though, too, because obviously I ain't trying to get in no type of trouble. I ain't trying to get other, women who do pageantry coming at me. Okay, I don't want no smoke. I'm just here to tell the story. Don't blame the messenger. I'm just here to pose the questions and ask, is this rigged? Do they have a place in saying what they're saying right now? Are these allegations solid? Now, I can see as far as optics go, okay? I can see as far as optics, which we will get here in a second, why the contestants would feel like this thing was rigged. But that's after the fact. Things that happened right after she was crowned, the day after or so, that's when things started getting a little fishy. The way I look at it and saying, hey, maybe there is some optics here. Like the optics are very effed up here, right? But outside of that, is this just pettiness? How would a whole group of women, all of them, feel the exact same way at the same time to the point where they all go, well, we're out? All of them. To the point where you had the hosts run up and hug her. That's a bit strange. That's a little bit strange in my personal opinion. That's a little weird, don't you think? So I got to ask that because she does pose a very strong argument here. Years and years. Why did suddenly this year? Why is it this year that the pageant decides to expose their toxicity on the stage, while when a whole group of women, a whole group of contestants decide to walk off the stage as soon as she gets crowned? Then right after that, a day or two later, accusations come out even more. Other contestants talking about this and saying that there's more to this. Again, I say maybe it's optics. Maybe there really is something going on. Or maybe this is just one big misunderstanding. It's very, very strange. Very, very strange indeed. Let's continue here, though. The TikToker continued the first video showing examples of how participants usually react and hug the winner. Now, we did just say, I did just show it to you guys a second ago, okay, where literally you saw the past people where they're literally, their bodies are shaking, they're crying, every hole in their face is leaking, for crying out loud, okay? They're having an emotional breakdown of excitement, anxiety. It is the happiest moment of their lives, right? The ultimate reward for making the ultimate sacrifices, right? And then you see her, and her reaction is very based. It's very it's basic. It's just, yay. So excited. Strange. Then she turns around. All the people that usually would be here be there to be like, yeah, high five, yeah, USA. You know what I mean? They ain't there. She turns around and it's just the hosts giving her hugs and being like, so proud of you. But the whole team, the whole family, the whole Miss USA contestant family don't give two damns. They're all that solid. That they're all that salty about her win. That seems a little strange. They all are carrying the same energy. That's a little strange to me. It's a bit strange. So let's go. In the second video, she shows her get the crown. Gabriel get the crown while the contestants seemed to be leaving the stage without congratulating her. Girls are leaving the stage. No one comes and hugs her, but the host, she mentioned. Yes. People shared their opinions in the comments section of these videos, where various users seem to confirm that they also noticed something different during this competition. I've been watching pageants since I was a kid. Never seen this at the crowning. Very strange, someone commented. In a third and longer video, which we just saw, she concluded by saying that even though she's been in the industry for years now, she's never seen a situation like one shown in Miss USA's recent competition. The scandal upscaled so quickly that women posted from different reactions from other Miss USA contestants and answered to some of the comments left on her 3-video series. Interesting. So you got her coming out saying all this stuff, these videos going, don't you think that's weird? I noticed this, and this seems a bit funky. Something smelling a little off here. And now she even has other Miss USA contestants chiming in. Like I said, this is very interesting. This is a very interesting year. You know, I think it's because Mercury is in retrograde, but I digress. Okay. At the same time, Miss Georgia and Miss Montana also spoke up. We're gonna be checking out Miss Montana here in just a second, but Miss Georgia and Miss Montana, because Miss Montana has a bunch of like TikToks as well, also spoke up about this situation. Both participants shared their frustration on their Instagram stories, claiming that the Miss USA 2022 was already enjoying a sponsored vacation less than 24 hours after her crowning. Does that make sense? To me, it doesn't. So this is from one of the contestants for Miss USA. Okay. For those who don't understand why I shared that, every contestant except Texas and Colorado went on a sponsored trip to Nizuk, I guess, together. Nizuk. I've never heard of it before. What the Nizuk? Anyway, did a sponsored trip to Nizuk together because they hadn't been crowned yet. Not even 24 hours after she was crowned, we see video footage of her having a lavish solo vacay and commercial for Nizuk. So then it says Lexi G Lover. I don't know what that is, who that is. I hope you got something, anything. Love you, boo. This is not right, and I will not sit by and not say anything about this. But that's very interesting, right? So you got somebody who's saying, hey, they went out on a trip, but then less than 24 hours later, there was a full-on sponsored video. Because if I'm correct, Nizuk is a sponsor for the Miss USA pageant. So when you get crowned, you're basically a spokesperson for this particular sponsor. But how can you have a full video out in less than 24 hours after being crowned? That's what people are trying to challenge here. They're going, that doesn't make any sense. That's one piece that doesn't make sense to them. Okay. And of course, this says they're, not even 24 hours. They have a full-on sponsored video of her living the life like it's golden. That just seems a little weird. So here is this is the a still from the actual commercial, okay, or the sponsored video. Okay, so at Miss USA was crowned less than 24 hours ago. Yes, she already got her sponsored vacation to Nizuk Resort. Are you kidding me? I was giving y'all the benefit of the doubt, but this is just embarrassing at this point. And this is from Heather Lee O'Keefe, same girl from. Oh no, this is two different people. This is the other girl that I was just telling you about, and I think that's the one from Montana, if I'm correct, because she's got a bunch of TikToks where she's just talking about all this like crazy, which we will be looking at here in a second, because she does explain things fairly well. She was a contestant there too, so it is very strange. So Miss USA, I already said this, and she's like, "This is just strange. The timeline is strange." Okay, Narcity USA has reached out to the Miss USA organization for comment, which is the article I'm reading here, of course, but hasn't received any information as of Wednesday afternoon. Now, we are going to be looking at some of these TikToks from Heather Lee herself, and she does explain quite a bit. It just seems a bit strange that they would instantly have this happen. Like they would have a whole video out, but they were in another place getting crowned. And then less than 24 hours later, they have a full sponsored, beautifully shot, beautifully choreographed video to promote Nizuk. Like it doesn't. Like what the Nizuk? Like it just doesn't make sense to me. Okay, but like I said, I'm going to ask you guys: do you think that this is rigged or no? Because it's wild to have these theories and or have these accusations and these allegations out here like this. We've heard other things before, as far as people being dirty. Certain people being dirty, doing wrong things, walking in on scantily clad women, so on and so forth, skulking around. We also heard about, which we're going to get here in a second, some salacious emails talking about these, certain contestants of the past, so on and so forth. It is very interesting, but for these women now to step forward and say this whole thing is rigged does make you question a few things for sure. This is Heather Lee O'Keefe. Okay, she's a Miss USA contestant, and we're gonna hear what she got to say about this.
Was Miss USA rigged? I don't know. I'll let you be the judge of that. Here are the facts. Miss Texas USA was allegedly flown to and from Cancun mid-July via the Miss USA sponsored airline United. She was the only contestant to receive this special kind of treatment and receive a solo trip to Cancun. Mia Beauty is the med spa in Cancun at Nizuk Resort and Spa, while Mia Plastic Surgery is the Houston-based med spa. Both are affiliated with one another, but they are different, and they are both sponsors of Miss Texas and Miss USA. Miss Texas has been a client at the Houston location since early 2021. We have these receipts here.
Hold on. Can I stop this for a second? First off, hit the number one if you can hear what she's saying really quick. I just want to make sure you guys can hear what she's saying. I just saw James ML say, can we hear her statement? So I just want to make sure you guys can actually hear. Okay, you guys can hear. Good. Now, what's interesting is they say that Miss Texas USA 2022, all right, so Gabriel, Arbani Gabriel was flown out to Cancun in mid-July. Okay, so this past summer, all right, on the Miss USA sponsored airline, American Airlines. Flight crew made an announcement that the newly crowned Miss Texas USA was on the flight. Then MIA Beauty, I guess, or Butte, is a med spa in Cancun at Nizuk, or whatever she said, Nizuk Resort and Spa, that opened in September of 2021, while MIA Plastic Surgery is the Houston-based med spa. Both are affiliated with the other. The Texas Queen has been a client at the Houston location since early 2021. So the MIA, plastic surgery, Miss Academ, and the Miss Brand have been partners for the last year and a half. So if she went out there in the summer, okay, if she went out there in the summer, how would she be able to have this video? Like, that doesn't make sense. How would she have this video up and running, ready to go? Now, if I'm correct, you have the Miss America pageant going on. And then, of course, I mean, I can see somebody winning Miss America, getting crowned, and then flying out to Cancun the very next day. But I don't see how you can, get Miss USA, be crying profusely, jump on a plane, go out there, film something, and then have that video out within less than 24 hours. Like, that's physically impossible. I'm going to be really honest. Even if you have the most genius of editors, that takes a lot. You're trying to have Superman and Clark Kent in the same place at the same damn time. It just doesn't make sense. Okay? It just doesn't make sense. But you got people out here that are mathing the math. And they're sitting here saying this math ain't mathing. They're putting this whole thing together and they're going, hey, timeline, it does not work. So the theory in my mind is they flew her out in July. They shot the thing in July. Then after they shot it, maybe they put it in the can. They sat on it in hopes or in belief that she was going to win, which is a stretch in my personal opinion. But they held on to it. They kept it in the can. And then as soon as she won, they released it. But that seems a little weird to me. Don't you think? Like I get it. Like when it comes to movies, right? You got a movie that goes like that. Like you got Chris Hemsworth, okay, in Thor, all right, Asgard. Then all of a sudden you got a movie that he's done where he's really skinny and frail and still looks good, but he's not Thor size. Like Cabin in the Woods. Have you guys seen that? If you haven't seen it, go see it. But Chris Hemsworth is in it. But he shot that way before he was ever cast as Thor. Then they put the movie out because it was Thor in Cabin in the Woods. So, of course, they're hoping to scoop a bag. But this is as if they were predicting, like they knew the future, that she was going to win Miss USA 2022. And then all of a sudden they shoot this, they just throw this video out less than 24 hours after she's been crowned. It does look a little suspect right there. That is a little strange. But that could just be optics. That could just be falling on optics. The optics do look, as Pink Society just said, very sus. Okay? It could very well be sus as hell optically. Could just be a coinky dink or something. But logistically, timeline-wise, how can somebody get crowned, get on a jet, fly out there, go do this whole slow motion, nice looking promo video for Nizuk Resort and Spa, and then have that spat out in less than 24 hours? That is a whole lot of work. I will say that. That's a lot of work. But that could be optics. Let's talk about the fact that everybody walked off the damn stage when she got crowned. That says something. That's beyond optics. That's beyond misunderstanding, getting lost in translation within optics. This is a group of women all collectively said, this ain't ish. This is not it, y'all. I'm chucking up the deuces and I'm out. That doesn't make sense. That does not make sense. Real quick, Marcy C., welcome to being a part of the family. Thank you so much for becoming a member. I really do appreciate it. Thank you so very much. All right. I really do appreciate it. Let me make sure I didn't miss any super chats. I did. I see some that I will be going into those very soon. Let me grab the first one. Monica Alarcon. Ooh, cool name. Thank you so much for the $5 super chat. Hey, Pascal, finally caught you live. Thank you. Have a great weekend. Same to you. Thank you so much for saying have a great weekend. I always enjoy your videos. Thank you. I really do appreciate that. I got a couple pop-up videos coming out a little bit later today or a little bit later tonight. So be sure to look at those as well. That would really, really mean a lot. Okay. Just a quick heads up, y'all. Charlie Miller, thank you so much for the 5. I appreciate it. Rigged. I'm not surprised. Suspected it was rigged for years, even decades. Put the emphasis on the wrong syllable. Decades. I'm gonna be real. I'm not surprised by these accusations. I'm not. But we're gonna be taking a look at more stuff. We got more stuff to look at. We got a few more things. I think I got one more super chat in here. Where is it though? I don't think I do. That was a lie. That was a full-on lie. Ooh, James ML, what's up, man? Thank you so much for the 10 pounds, sir. Thank you, sir. Appreciate it. Appreciate the love. Appreciate it, bruh. All right, so let's hear the rest of what she got to say here. But that, like I said, sure, optics-wise, weird. Her being in the spa and all that stuff. But everything says more. The what is being said is not being said. They're just walking off the damn stage. To me, that says more than this, like, oh, she was there in this video and now that video's out and that's sus, don't you think? All these girls got up and walked. They did not come up to her and show solidarity and support of this woman. They all think she got it by whatever, faking it or something. I don't know how she did it. I don't even know why she got singled out. It's very interesting. Another piece I also heard is something along the lines of, like I said, there's women that have been competing in pageantries or in pageants for decades, okay, all of their lives. Do you know how long she's been competing? Allegedly, that woman's been only competing for 2 years. 2. I mean, I get it. Sometimes you just got it. You feel me? And then you just give it a shot and suddenly, like, you're killing it. And you're just like, damn, I didn't know I was good at golf. You know what I'm saying? Like a Happy Gilmore type of thing. You just didn't know you were good at something until you just do it. And you're like, damn, I'm a natural. She did it for 2 years and she won one of the highest accolades in pageantry. Some people just got it. Some people just straight up got it. But then again, I don't know. I do not know. But let's hear I think there's a tiny bit left. Yeah, there's a little bit left here.
I mean, they're all over the internet. We have the screenshots, we have the receipts. Mia Plastic Surgery, Miss Academy, and the Miss brand have been partners for over the last year and a half. There are rewards and sponsors for more than $10,000 worth of services from Mia Plastic Surgery included in the Miss Texas prize package every year. However, that prize package does not include a private trip to Cancun, and last year's Miss Texas USA did not get the same kind of treatment, and nor did any of the other Miss USA contestants this year. Last but not least, one of the surgeons, actually the main guy at this place, was a judge for the Miss USA costume contest.
Interesting. Like there's just so much going on here. You know what I'm saying? And is it these young women going and looking at this and being like, okay, we're going to find every nook and cranny, every little nuance that looks suspicious and just ride it till the wheels fall off to destroy an organization and a contest that's been around for as long as I can remember. I mean, it's very, very interesting that they're coming in like this. Real quick, Nicole, thank you so much for gifting 5 members. Wow. Thank you, Nicole. I really do appreciate it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Welcome to the family, Cinderella, Howie, Tasha, Mystery, Christy, and Caboodles. Okay? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you so much for gifting them that. I really do appreciate that, Nicole. Thank you so very much. It seems a bit weird. And why is it her of all people? What made her stand out of every single person? Even like, and the other thing is I'm wondering who else stepped out. Like, there are other women that have spoken out, but they have chosen to remain anonymous. They have reached out to other sources and they have remained anonymous, which I totally understand. But this woman here has been brave enough to step forward and say, "Hey, man, I was right there. F that." And these things are obviously sus as hell, and I'm not going to stand for that. But there are people out here that are thinking that this is all a fabrication. That these women can't stand the idea of taking home an L. But that's so strange. You have a group of women, not just like one or two that go, well, this is what happened on the thing, and they only gave us bread and water. You know what I'm saying? This is a whole group of women that are saying, hell no, this is sus, and we are all walking off the stage together in unison. That's strange. That's strange. Unless, I will say this too, just because you got to throw that other side of things too. Unless the producers and the PAs on the sides of the event during the event actually said, ladies, you can come off now. That could have happened. And that's why they all walked off the stage. But I don't think so. I really don't think so. I think that they all said, F this, I'm out. They chucked up the deuces and they said, we out. This whole thing's rigged. Just saying. But again, Nicole, thank you so very much. I really do appreciate it. Thank you so much for gifting 5 more people. Welcome to the family. Porcupine Pancake Art. That's a good one. Allison Stitt. Jill Roberts, Upper East Side Medium. Sarah Ahmed. Hopefully I'm saying your name right. I'm sorry. And Crosstown Traffic. Welcome to the family. 5 more people have been gifted. Yo, thank you. Okay. And real quick, first off, give her as many heart emojis as you can. Purple heart emojis. Send her some love. I really do appreciate the support. Any bit of support means the world to me. If you're watching the show right now, hit that like button down below. Send it past 200 likes for me. You know your boys working hard out here in these streets to talk to you guys and let you guys know what's going on, what's popping off, what could be popping off, etc. I talk about everything on this show. Again, I repeat, I talk about everything on this show. I don't only talk about true crime. I talk about a bunch of things. So if you appreciate variety in your life and you like how I give you variety, please hit that subscribe button down below. Like I said, we're working our way towards 100,000 subscribers. So I appreciate the support. Thank you so very much. And thank you guys for giving all the purple hearts you can to Nicole, because I really do appreciate her support and bringing more people into the family. It really does mean a lot. Let's see. So, yes. So that's just something that I found to be very, very, very interesting. And then, of course, really, really quick, I will say this too, just real quick, because there's only about 6 more hours left in the sale, the 20% off sale on pascalmerch.com. So please go over to pascalmerch.com, 20% off of everything in store. It is lasting until midnight Central Standard Time tonight. So please go check it out. Buy you something nice. It's hoodie season. So we got some hoodies, some t-shirts, a lot of things for foundations, for bringing awareness to certain very important things that we need to be aware of as well. So please go over there, check those things out, be a part of it. I really would appreciate it. All right. And I appreciate all y'all who have bought hoodies and t-shirts and all that from us. We really do appreciate it. And man, we have just been cranking things out like crazy. It's been nonstop, but it's been amazing. Okay. Anyway, so that part is very interesting with this woman right here. And I would love to have Heather Lee O'Keefe on the show, because I'm just curious. Like, I'm really curious. I'm really, really curious as to, like, I'm really curious as to what this woman was seeing, what she was a part. Like, I would love to have her on the show just to interview her about this whole situation, because it's fascinating how all this stuff has gone down. Real talk, very, very fascinating. But let's continue on. Now it says here, when Pretty turns petty, as Miss USA is rocked by a cheating controversy. Of course, Female, or the Daily Mail, lays bare the other most shocking scandals to hit the country's beauty pageants, from a loser snatching the crown to leaked CEO emails that bashed competitors. Now, we've already known that, like, some of these pageants have some serious controversies in their past. I mean, you got everything from Miss America pageant came under fire after the CEO was accused of calling contestants the C word and making crude jokes about their looks in a series of leaked emails. Now, I'm just going to say this real quick. If you are the CEO of, let's just say, Miss America, why would you go and send out emails dogging the women? You realize emails are, like, basically they're forever. I mean, you are literally sending those things out to people and talking trash on these women. You don't think anybody's going to just sit there and leak that stuff? Some people are real comfortable, too comfortable, when they're trying to communicate with other people. It's just crazy to me that there are people out here that would do this. But and then, of course, you remember Steve Harvey. I forgot what country, but he said the wrong thing. He said the wrong name in the wrong country, and then he was like, "Oh, my bad. It's actually this person instead." So you had somebody very excited going, "Oh my God," and then all of a sudden her dream was snuffed out within seconds. Oh my God, like that. That's terrible. And from my understanding, she took it like a real G, but still, though, that's crazy. Okay, lots of controversies, some essay stuff, etc. All right, but we got to get into Albany Gabriel. Okay, Miss USA, the new crowned Miss USA 2022, insists she is the rightful winner after competitors claimed the beauty pageant was rigged and stormed off the stage as she was crowned. There was no unfair advantage, quote unquote. All right. So Albany Gabriel, a fashion designer who previously won Miss Texas, insisted that this past Miss USA pageant was not rigged. She says, "I would never enter any pageant or competition that I would know I would win. I have a lot of integrity." Okay. First off, let me just, I'd like to challenge that. Listen, I've seen a lot of people, a lot of athletes, from athletes to many other things that have to do with winning by, through competition. Let's just say that. Do everything they can to win. do everything they can to get a little bit faster. Do everything they can to, some of these games are a game of inches. Some of these games in these competitions are a game of, well, when it comes to pageantry, a game of beauty, a game of how to speak, a game of how to deal with just how to deal with the pressures of being under that spotlight, especially when it comes to the Miss USA and Miss America, Miss Universe, so on and so forth. You have to know how to speak. You have to know how to address certain things. Not only just be beautiful, not only just be talented, not only be to look good in a bikini, but you also got to talk about things that are going on in the world, right? What would you like to see? What is your dream? And I know like some of the things like they would make parodies out of is like, my one wish is world peace. And then of course everyone's like, oh, she's beautiful and she cares about the world. Oh my God, she's worldly. Whatever. But we see a lot of that. You got to be everything, right? You got to be a quadruple threat out here. Beauty, brains, all that. So I could see somebody using that as an advantage, like using a little bit of it, little nudge, to get forward. I could see that. I can see it. So for me, I look at this and I'm like, she is straight cap right now. So this is a full on lie. I'm sorry, it's straight cap. You're telling me you are getting asked this straight up. You think that she would say opposite of what she says here? You really think under getting interviewed and being on camera and all these things, they're asking this particular question. Do you really think she's going to be like, yeah, it was totally rigged and I made this, they asked me to do this and so on and so forth. So, yeah, so that's what it is. You know what I'm saying? It's all a lie. I shouldn't have won. It should have been the other girl, but they gave it to me. So there it is. You think she's really going to answer that way? Hell no. She's going to say exactly this because it's a big moment in her life. And I'm sure it's a nice bag. Straight up, it's a nice bag. I would never enter any competition or pageant that I would win. I have a lot of integrity. Man, that's a straight lie. I'm sorry. There's a lot of people that'd be willing to do this if they knew for a fact that they were going to win. All right. They say it's like it's the 100 shots you don't take, like something like that. If you know that you don't even need to take 100 shots, you just need to take one shot, and for a fact you're going to win. When you take that shot, you're not going to go and take that shot. You're going to take the shot. So I see that as a lie. I'm sorry. And I know no matter what, she's kind of painted in the corner. No matter what she says, it's going to come off like, it's going to come off like she's lying. So she's kind of between a rock and a hard place. Real talk. Nicole, again, thank you so much for gifting 5 more members. Thank you so very much. Welcome, Sunflower, Infamous, Amanda, Nana, and Mindy. Thank you so much. And please give Nicole as much love as you can. I appreciate the support. Thank you so very much. Fellow contestants have come forward claiming Gabriel received favoritism and was the predetermined winner. They cited an ad for Nizuc Resort and Spa, dropping less than 24 hours after she won. The company offers a prize to the winner. Like I said, that seems strange, don't you think? That is very strange. Like I said, they did the equations and they looked at that and they said, timeline-wise and all that stuff, the math ain't mathin'. And the people, the Nizuc and the Miss USA committee done mucked this up. They exposed themselves for sure. Gabriel said she was a brand ambassador for them since they sponsor Miss Texas. But Miss Montana said that was against handbook rules. One of the most controversial moments of the year's pageant was when the other contestants left the stage, leaving the winner to celebrate alone. Miss Montana said, the one we just saw with her TikToks, Heather Lee O'Keefe said they did what they thought was right. But Gabriel said it was due to a time constraint that the women had to leave. Now, I will say this, that is very trained. You know for a fact, this is not like you have homegirl Miss USA getting interviewed right after and them asking her right off the bat, hey, why did everybody walk off the stage? No, she had time and she has a team now that control every single thing that she does now. Because once you win Miss Texas, Miss Missouri, Miss New York, Miss USA, you are now owned by that committee. You are owned by Miss USA. You are Miss USA. You can't do nothing you can't do nothing wrong. You can't do anything off kilter. You can't do anything scandalous. You literally live and die by whatever the committee asks you to do. Doesn't matter. You just got to do it. All right? You just do it. I got a lot of friends that have had that accolade, state pageantries and all that. And when you get crowned, it's the most wonderful and the most terrible thing at the same time, because there's a lot of things you can't do for a straight up year. You sign your life away. It's the same thing with all these American Idols and stuff and The Voice and all that crap. It's the same thing. As soon as you win, as soon as you are American Idol, oh my God, as soon as you win, you are theirs for good. You are under a contract you can't wiggle out of. Doesn't matter. If they want you to go and perform at a town square, holding a turkey leg and a corn on the cob on a stick, and you're singing that song, America, whatever it is that they made you sing on the show for the 19th millionth time, well, you better go do it. That's what you signed on for. You make a song or something that's a hit. Oh, it's American Idols. It's owned by American Idol or the people that own American Idol. It's not owned by you. You are just a puppet, a marionette. Okay? Why did that make me think of In Sync? It's gonna be May. You know what I mean? Literally. Just a marionette. Just stuck. Can't do anything. Can't shake it. Can't get out of it. So it's the same thing with Miss Universe, Miss America, Miss USA. As soon as you win that crown, the crown is you and you are the crown. And without it, I'm nothing. You know what I'm saying? And without me, it is nothing. Literally. Okay? So you're stuck. So if they tell you, you need to say this, then you do exactly as they ask you to. You are now the crown. You're now the crown. Yes. Mm-hmm. Yes. Yes. Hello. Hello, little minions. Hello. I am the crown. The crown is me. Yes. That's it. And if they tell you to say something, you do it. They tell you to jump, you ask, how high? Because my knees, you know what I'm saying? That's it. So of course she's going to sit there and go, I would never do that. If I knew I was going to win, no, I would never do that. That's a full lie. Sorry, full on lie. Let's take a look at this though. I'm only going to play a little bit of this though. All right. Cause you know how it be. You know how it be. But this is Albany Gabriel, Miss USA, coming and talking about these allegations of it being riggedy. So let's see.
Now, there are so many people who are so happy for you, but there is a little bit of a dark cloud surrounding everything right now. There have been some conspiracy theories claiming that the Miss USA pageant was rigged.
I want to start by saying it was not rigged because I would never enter any pageant or any competition that I know I would win. I have a lot of integrity. And just for context, I think a lot of people.
I don't know why it's tripping, but that's the perfect opportunity to stop. I know I read that a little piece of her quote earlier, but still, you're telling me this is the biggest moment, this is the biggest accolade that you could ever get to achieve in your own personal life that could turn you into the next movie star. This could pave a way for your life to be something really, really profound. And you're telling me if they gave you the golden key for a quick access to go through without any struggles, you wouldn't take it? Come on, guys. Let's be real. You wouldn't take it? I mean, I know some of you guys are good people, but at the same time, I feel like some other people would be like, hey, if I could get away with it, then where do I sign? Let's go. Where's this golden key? You know, it's like literally you're going past. It's the TSA access line. You know that access line. We all hate it that we're all standing there in TSA whilst we see other people drinking their pumpkin spice lattes and dragging their Louis Vuitton bags straight through the easy access TSA, and they just go boop, we're gone. And they just go down to the thing while we sit there sweating, carrying all of our bags that are all wrapped in freaking duct tape, getting pissed now because it's when you finally get to the thing, you got to unlace your shoes. And for some odd reason, you wore combat boots. So you got to unlace all that BS, then finally put it in the freaking thing. And then when you finally do that, you got to put it back on. And this other thing, the TSA thing, you just get this little golden whatever. And you're like, yes, I can come in, yes. That's it. You're gone. 5 seconds, you're gone. You're telling me, come on, man. You're telling me you wouldn't be able to do the same thing? If somebody gave you the thing, it was like, this gives you access. Boom. Straight through. Express line. You don't have to wait. You wouldn't take it? If you felt like you weren't going to get caught, just saying. Some people would. And if it is true, and if she really did do that, that's probably why she said, all right, I'm going to do it.
People are talking about maybe seeing me promote a sponsor that is a Miss USA sponsor, but this sponsor, Mia, they are a Miss Texas USA sponsor. So I was a brand ambassador for Mia after I won my title as Miss Texas. And then when we got to Miss USA, the girls were kind of wondering what's happening here, but there's been a lot of times where title holders will work with sponsors for Miss USA before the competition, and then that will be promoted after the competition if they win or not.
Okay, Arbany, can you set the record straight? Did the sponsor fly you out to Nizook?
Just to clarify, the sponsor did not fly me out. I flew myself out. So after I won Miss Texas USA, they are sponsors and they invited me to be a brand ambassador for their new spot at Nizook Resort. So I flew myself out, shot the video, and that was released after I won Miss USA.
Okay. You hear that, right? That's a little sus. No, I paid the whole thing. I paid for my own flight. I went out and I did that. And they were asking for me to be a brand ambassador. What? That seems weird. That's a little weird. You know? That's a little weird. With all due respect, I feel like no matter what she says, this is going to be weird. I mean, like, I think no matter what she says, it's going to be weird. Pig Society, I sent you a video on IG and Twitter. Let me see if it's on Twitter real quick. Did you mention me or something? Because I'm trying to see. Aha. Yes. Okay. Yes. We're gonna look at that video. Thank you. If that, because I don't know if you have a different handle on Twitter. So I think that's you. So thank you for giving it to me. But you see what I'm saying? This is just weird. Oh, no. I sponsored my own flight out there, and then I shot this whole thing for them. That's weird. That's suspect. They shouldn't have done that. They shouldn't have asked her. If she knew she had aspirations of going and competing in Miss USA, she shouldn't have done this. She shouldn't have done I'm going to pay for it and all that stuff. The optics are off, y'all. And I get it. It could just be optics. This could be one big misunderstanding, but the optics are telling us different. Hence the reason why all these people, all these contestants, 50 plus women kicked rocks. Are you kidding me? 50 of them. The whole gang. The whole gang. Okay? And James ML, yes. Conflict of interest, yes, that's strange. Optics, wrong. Optics make you look like you just got your hand stuck. You just got caught with your hand in the cookie jar.
And I mean, how do you feel about the other things that people are bringing up, like the head of the organization doing your hair, or their photo shoots that were taken that were released as soon as you won? People are really upset about those things.
Yeah, so that photo shoot happened the day after I won, the morning. That was the first thing I did after I won, was wake up the next day, do hair and makeup. And Crystal was there, of course, and she stepped in and actually did my hair because she said, hey, I can do a snatch ponytail. And I said, I'd love to see it. So she hopped in and did it. And that the photos are already released because we just move really fast. We have to.
Strange. Still strange. Still strange. Coinky dink or strange? I'm going to leave that question to you guys as well. Here's the other thing, though, too, which is really tragic about this, is that she is the first Filipino. She's half Filipino and half white. Okay. She's half Filipino and half American. Okay. She's the first Filipino to ever win Miss USA. So as far as that's a big deal. And it sucks because she wins this high award. This is a big moment. This is absolutely history in the making. And we have women out here, other contestants, basically saying she did not win this on her own merit. It's frustrating. It's very frustrating and sad because it's not like she could just win this just because she's a beautiful woman and she checked all the boxes that they were looking for from the judges. That she's wrapped around this controversy. It is sad. If it is just a very messed up series of events here, it is very sad. But everything is still telling me otherwise. This looks very bad.
Okay. Yeah. So it is possible that these things can literally happen overnight.
Yeah. And unfortunately, it looks like that happened maybe before I won, but that was my official Miss USA headshot photo shoot after I won.
So when you were crowned, you do see in the background girls were leaving the stage. Is it true that they were leaving because they were upset that it was you who had won?
You know, I did not think so. And this is something I heard from production was because our time was cut short. So the girls couldn't come out to the stage apparently because there wasn't time and because they didn't want the girls to go into that bubble and maybe fall. And this is what I heard. And then when I went back to the girls, they all hugged me. So
I'm sorry, I'm rolling that back because that is not mathing for me. Then why would all these women step out and say all this stuff if that wasn't the what? Look at this.
To see it. So she hopped in and did it. And that We just move really fast. We have to.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it is possible that these things can literally happen overnight.
Yeah, and unfortunately, it looks like that happened maybe before I won, but that was my official Miss USA headshot photo shoot after I won.
So when you were crowned, you do see in the background girls were leaving the stage. Is it true that they were leaving because they were upset that it was you who had won?
You know, I did not think so. And this is something I heard from production was because our time was cut short. So the girls couldn't come out to the stage apparently because there wasn't time and because they didn't want the girls to go into that bubble and maybe fall. And this is what I heard. And then when I went back to the girls, they all hugged me. So I was really unaware of all of that. I got along with all the girls I encountered.
So there wasn't any rumor going on before you hadn't even won that, oh, if you win, like this could be rigged?
No, not that I'm aware of. I knew I said, hey, I'm Miss Texas, and there are people in the organization that are also from Miss Texas. It has to be some state. Just so happens to be mine. It's just kind of a coincidence that I am from Texas and a lot of maybe the organization team are as well.
Hold on. I got something for that. Hold up. Shout out to Pink Society. Thank you so much for holding it down and sending me this video, because we're going to look at it again with a little bit better look, you know? Hopefully there isn't any music. Hopefully there isn't any music on this. Let me just hear for 2 seconds. Hold on. Oh. Okay, we're going to look at this. Like I said, very crazy indeed, in my personal opinion. So let's take a look at this. What bubble? I'll put this low. What bubble? I'm sorry. What? Where's the bubbles? Where's the bubbles? Because for me, I don't see nothing. I don't see anything. I just see a bunch of ladies walking off the stage. Look at that. Hold on. Blow that up a little bit more for you guys. Look at that. Just look at it. This doesn't make sense to me, y'all. Look at them. Grand Exodus, okay? Stage right or stage left. I forgot what it was. But that's crazy. Again, what bubble? Now, I can understand that maybe, like I said earlier, because I hadn't seen the full interview with the Miss USA, all right? But when you look at the full video or that full interview, she did say something about we were running out of time, we had to get them off, so on and so forth. But that's not taking up time. So that excuse doesn't make any sense to me. They have plenty of time as the credits are going out and all that stuff. They have plenty of time for them to go up and gleefully jump up and down and embrace as you know, one big ass family of sisters. They can easily do that. So that's the part that doesn't make sense to me. I'm gonna play it again. It just doesn't make sense to me. I will also say this though. It's not like she turned around trying to like get some love from the girls. She just kept staying up in front, smiling and waving at the crowd, at the audience. She didn't really turn around and say, sisters, come hug me. You know what I mean? Getting off of Clemson stuff. I don't see it. Let's put it back here. Boom. I don't know. Something about it still just screams at me sus as hell. Okay. And there are, like I said before, a lot of contestants that are now stepping forward and saying, throwing out their firsthand accounts of the experience and whatnot. It is just very, very strange. And then for her to sit here and say, "Oh yeah, we were, I didn't have any issues with everybody or anybody. Everybody I reacted to and had conversations with were really great. We had a great time with each other, so on and so forth." But then it's like none of them ran up to say congratulations. That's weird. Like I said, it's weird because they felt like there was favoritism going on, that this whole thing was set up like they knew who the winner was going to be from the jump. But this is the other thing. I will say this. I will say this, and I because I mean, maybe I'm a little jaded because I've seen the behind the scenes on certain reality shows, and I've seen the behind the scenes on certain contest shows and stuff like that. I mean, and you realize a lot of times how rigged and how messed up those things can be. When I see something like this, to me, I'm like, I'm not surprised. I'm not really that surprised, nor do I believe any of these other contests that we see on television being really authentically real. I will say that. A lot of times it's because, oh, he looks good, like those vocal contests and stuff. He has the worst voice in the world, yet he's still, he looks good and the girls like him. So we're going to push him forward type thing, rather than, hey, who has the most talent, or who has the most beauty, who's the most overall for Miss USA. So I could see that being something for sure. It just, to me, I'm not surprised, but it is nice to see, if this is true, it's nice to see women stepping forward, the other contestants stepping forward and actually saying things. And I understand some of them have to say things in private, or they have to say it anonymously, but a lot of women from past contests, etc., are starting to speak out. Definitely. They're definitely starting to speak out. But I'd love them to speak out about like The Voice and American Idol and all these other talent shows that don't really pick. I'm not sitting here saying that they don't pick people that have talent, but a lot of times it's not the rags to riches thing. They fabricate that stuff so that they can create good TV. That's the truth. That's very much the truth. Some people don't like to know that, but it is absolutely 110% the truth. I've seen it firsthand. It's very, very interesting. Kathy Yarborough, thank you so much for the $10 super chat. I really do appreciate it. Love your content. It is very suspect. Can I ask who is the picture in the back on the right, not James Brown? That is Michael Jackson. That is young Michael Jackson. Just so you know, Kathy. Yes. A friend of mine, a very talented artist by the name of Gabe Bonfili. You can find him on Instagram. Very talented dude. He gave me these two, and then there's Otis Redding right behind me as well, right there. But it's kind of the couch is kind of a mess right now. But that's Otis Redding right there as well. So go check him out. Very talented dude. And these actual photos are for sale, just so you guys know. All right. Anyway, or they're, available to be purchased. Let's just say that. Infamous truth teller. Thank you so much for the 5. I think that's the other contestants making a silent statement like a boycott almost to the crowning by walking off stage. It does seem strange. Yeah. I mean, like I said, it's weird for them to sit there and go, for her to come out with the excuse of they were so concerned about this bubble and they didn't want them to walk into the bubble. What bubble? That doesn't make any sense. Get embraced by the women. That's why people watch the show, not only to see the beauty and see the winner, but they also want to see the camaraderie between various women from all over the country. That's why they see that. And for them to not show support to this woman seems weird. Seems very weird. Mrs. and Mr. Steelers. Oh, thank you so much, first off, for being a member for the past 5 months. I really do appreciate it. They said, happy Friday. I ordered a hoodie today. Psyched to get it. Thank you. Thank you so much for buying a hoodie. I really do appreciate it. Like I said, y'all go out there. Go to pascalmerch.com before the sale ends. The sale ends tonight at midnight Central Standard Time. 20% off of everything in stores. So go order, please. PascalMerch.com. Okay. Be smart. Be smart like Mrs. and Mr. Steelers and get you a hoodie. Okay. It'll really mean a lot. You can get this kind of hoodie, exactly like this hoodie and many other things over on the store right now. Okay. Infamous truth teller. So thank you so much for the $2. Yep. Women supporting women. Yeah. That's the whole point. But then these women decided to just walk off, basically flipping the bird to this woman. That seems weird. It's catty. It's petty. It can come off as petty. But there's obviously a reason behind it. People were seeing things. Maybe there really was more than just what we're hearing so far. Maybe there's a contestant that wants to speak out a little bit more, but it hasn't had hasn't found the bravery to step out and say something. Because clearly, how can all 50 plus other women, okay, see this, or 40, plus women see that, and like somebody had to have spread that story around. You see what I'm saying? Somebody had to have said something to somebody, and then it go along like telephone to all these other women for them all to walk off stage at the same time. That just seems weird. It couldn't have just been one person that saw something. They must have seen a whole bunch that was going on. And they said, yep, she gonna get it. She gonna get it because of favoritism. Thank you, Pink Society, for the $5. Two strange things. Crystal Stewart owns the Miss USA franchise, and the audience not reacting to the winner in the video. Yes, even in that video, it's weird. They're just kind of sitting there like just bored, emotionless. It's weird. And yes, Jerry, I do agree. Contestants can be very petty and catty. I've heard so many different stories of things like, girls' bikini strings, like the straps on their bikinis getting cut off, while they're asleep, people tampering with other people's clothing so that they don't win, so on and so forth. Sure. But all of them coming together and saying this is rigged, to me, screams that there's some sort of favoritism or some sort of rigging going on behind the scenes. And then on top of that, you have all the videos, the commercials. She hadn't even been out yet, and they had all this stuff already done. in the can already before, it is weird. And her explanation, yeah, it does. It could make sense, but it is conflict of interest. And then also on top of that, why would you fly yourself out to Cancun to shoot something for free? I'm just saying. We just want you to be a brand ambassador? I don't know. It's very interesting. That's very interesting. Okay. But like I said, we'll see. I mean, more stuff will come out, I'm sure. But I just thought this was a light show, a light conversation that we could talk about, because it is just wild what's going on here. Albus, thank you so much for the 1,000. I appreciate it. We're discussing beauty pageants and TikTok today. We really do cover everything on this channel. I was a bit skeptical about this story. You and the community made me stay and enjoyed it. Awesome. Thanks, Pascal. Amazing as always. Heart emojis. Thank you, man. I appreciate it. Like I said, I mean, I know this is not this is not something that I cover very often at all. But I felt like this was interesting enough that we could talk about it, bring it up. Because of course, I talk about, like you said, I really do talk about everything on this show. And I want to give you guys the news, things that are going on in the world, but also keep it entertaining and interesting. Because I know some things can be a bore, or some things can be not so enticing to look into. Me being a guy, pageants aren't really my thing. Okay. But the fact that there is some sort of scandal going on, I found to be very interesting, because we've already dealt with other allegations of rigged things, if you get what I'm saying. So I just thought it was very interesting that this is now coming out. And the fact that you have 40 plus women, 40 plus contestants that are all representing other states, walking off the stage together in unison, in almost in protest, says a lot. So in my mind, Miss USA and the Miss USA committee has a lot of splaining to do, in my personal opinion. Jacqueline, thank you so much for the $2 super sticker. I really do appreciate it. So they got a lot of splaining to do, y'all. A lot of splaining to do. All right. But that is the show today. I really do appreciate it. Okay. Thank you so much for being here, having the conversation with me. You know, I know it's a little different, but like I said, I feel like this is going to kind of get out there a little bit more. This is going to be more of a story. I would love to get one of the ladies on the one of the contestants on the show to talk about this in a further and more depth, because this is just, it's a wild story. It's definitely a wild story. Oh, real quick, I have to say this though too, really, really quick. I know I ask a lot of you guys, okay? I do ask a lot from you guys, but please go to my TikTok, okay? Please follow my TikTok, The Pascal Show, one word, okay? I've been putting out a lot of stories over there on TikTok, because with the shorts that are here on YouTube, which I wish YouTube would expand their shorts just at least to 2 minutes, because I'll do a whole 2 minute to 3 minute video on TikTok, and then I can't bring it over to YouTube. It sucks. Okay. But yes, Mrs. and Mr. Steelers, yes, my TikTok, I'm sorry, is really starting to kick up and get some traction, because I am also talking about stories over there that I'm doing in less than 3 minutes. That I'm just grabbing my phone and just talking them out over there. Would love for you guys to hop over there too, to be a part of that community, part of those discussions as well, because it might be something, if something is interesting enough for me to bring over here onto the page and talk about it over here. There are some times I talk like the story of Debbie Collier. I did do some TikToks. The story of the little boy, what happened to Sean, Doherty. I did talk about that over there. But there are other smaller stories that I am talking about over there that I can't really bring over here, because as soon as I try to do a 1-minute video on it, it's just not enough. Like, there's just so much that needs to be explained with these stories. Even though they're smaller stories, they're bigger conversations. So please go to Pascal, the Pascal Show, one word, on TikTok. I try to do the same thing over on Instagram, but the Instagram, they only let you do 90 seconds. So I'm crunching everything down in 90 seconds, and it sucks. So I'm really leaning on my TikToks like a mug. I'm still doing the Instagrams too, but like I said, please go over there. The channel, that page is growing rapidly, and I have been doing some smaller stories over there. So please go check that out if you can. Follow if you can. Be a part of that conversation, because there's a lot of conversations going on over there right now. Okay? But anyway, guys, I appreciate all y'all for being here, being a part of the conversation. You guys have been amazing. I got a couple pop-up videos that I'm going to have here coming out very, very soon. So be on the lookout for these, because there's some stories that are going on that are just some light, some serious, that I want to talk about. And we will be talking about those in the next few hours here. So keep your eyes peeled. Hit that notification bell. Okay? Turn it off and turn it back on, so that you know when I go live, when I upload, or if I have any breaking news, you can hear it right then and there with that notification bell. And again, follow me on TikTok. Okay? Anyway, guys, I appreciate all y'all for being here. Okay? Where are the biceps, Pascal? You know, they're in recovery mode right now. I'll just say that. I'm just playing. It's getting cold out here, baby. Come on now. But anyway, guys, I gotta get going. The dogs are going crazy right now, so I gotta get going. I love every single last one of y'all. Have a wonderful, amazing, and kick-ass weekend. Do something positive, okay? Do something positive this weekend. Call your mama. Hold the door open for somebody. And just tell somebody they look good, even if they just rolled out of bed. You know what I mean? Don't matter. Just be kind. All right? Anyway, it's time to get going. Be good to yourselves. Be good to one another. And I'll see you guys very, very soon. Be on the lookout for those pop-up videos. See you guys soon. This is The Pascal Show. Bye.